Consider the time you spend in cars. Short trips, long journeys, traffic jams. What happens to the myriad random thoughts you have as you gaze out of the window? The ideas that combust and tick over in your internal suggestion engine, your subconscious. Well, ideas are energy, and energy never dies. They motor skyward into the Imagisphere, revved up with "Are we there yet?" anticipation. Melded together, they form an escape route paved with exhilarating opportunities, an ever-expanding arena of challenges with rewards beyond any earthly aspiration. It's a boulevard of woken dreams, a reality built on fantasy, a place you can put your imagination pedal to the metal in a contest of camaraderie and creativity. Sackfolk, start your cerebral engines, for this is LittleBigPlanet Karting. The Imagisphere is the energy that binds LittleBigPlanet and all its moons and satellites together. A force so powerful even the negativitron could not bend, crack, or deplete it. But it needs a guardian. It needs a caretaker. It needs you. A dyed-in-the-wool LittleBigPlanetian, an adventurer, a stern, focused, enigmatic hero. They're here. LittleBigPlanet is once again under threat. This time from the greedy, grabbing Horde. The Horde scavenge and collect prizes, materials, and objects, but never use these treasures to create and share. All they want to do is keep, to stash, to hoard. No, sack friend, your little legs may be perfectly knitted, but even they are no match for the Horde and their rag and bone racers. This is a battle to be fought in a different arena. A racetrack. You need some wheels, my child. Aha! Commandeer that cart and make it your own. Quickly, young sackling, put the pedal to the metal. We know you'll take this mission seriously. Semi-seriously? Oh, crikey. Anyone for driving lessons? Grabby Horde are a simple bunch, so driving one of their commandeered carts isn't going to be a prob for a clever clog like you. You just need to be shown the basics, and you'll be away faster than a cowpat off a hot, shiny shovel. Quick tour of the controller would be good. Oh, would you prefer to use the X button or the R2 button to accelerate? Okay, the basics. Press the acceleration button and your cart will move forward. Keep it down if you want to burn wool. You can achieve some pretty exhilarating speeds in this game, so let go of the button if you want to slow down for a corner or stop altogether. The brake button will stop you even quicker if you need a loo break. Once you've stopped, keep that brake button held down if you want to reverse. Steering is done by pushing the left stick left or right, or you can use the directional buttons. Well, if you're happy with the ergonomic comfort of your controller layout, just give the old action button a Sammy stab, and it's all confirmed. Excellent. You've picked your preferred controller buttons and we can continue. And if you want to go back and alter them at any stage, feel free to do so in the Pause menu or the Settings menu in your pod. You have to feel 100% comfortable when you're wacky racing. Am I not right, sir? You're so close to being the drift daddy. Just keep the drift button down while accelerating and steer. You see, that was a superb bit of drifting. Both excellent and excellent. The boost you get is from the positive thinking molecules of the Imagisphere igniting in the drift backdraft. The bigger the flame, the bigger the boost. Now, who wants to know how to steer and drift at the same time? You're doing brilliantly with the drifting. Now to drift whilst steering your kart. So this time, press the drift button and steer with the left stick. Remember, DNS, drift and steer. Nailed it! Knew you would. Now you're equipped with another string to your bow. Well, you passed your driving test with all the flying colors of the rainbow. Time to start your weapons training. No, we're not getting bogged down in the logistics of ballistics. We're simply going to show you how to blast suckers off the road. Behold the Weaponator. A serious bit of kit. Drive through it to pick it up. Then you can start collecting weapons. Each time you get one, Sackboy will be holding it, looking tougher than 9-year-old cheese and twice as dangerous. Oh, nicely collected there, number one. You are now 2 words, or some, like your style. Now, let's talk about how to make every shot count. Taking a hit will slow you down and make you lose slight control of your kart, so avoid it if you can. Now we're going to give you what we call a defensive weapon. Defensive weapons are slightly sneaky in that they can be deployed behind you to slow down other racers or destroy incoming weapons fire. If you watch for the incoming weapon icon, you'll see it changes into a shield. This is the exact time to press the weapon button and deploy your defensive weapon. When the icon shows a shield, the defensive weapon will fire backwards to intercept the barrage from the brutes behind. Tailgaters. Very nearly well done. Next time, only fire when you see the shield. You're getting the hang of it. Now you're firing on all cylinders, you clever sack bombardier, you. Just remember, once you have a weapon, you can make use of it straight away or save it for a more dire situation. You can set the difficulty level of your game, you know. Normal is your bog-standard threat and hurdle setting and is nothing you can't handle. But if you're of a mind to Sunday drive with very little to do, set it to casual. You can always... Congrats! In fact, what the heck? Congratulations. Have the full lot. You've learned so much in such a short time. If I didn't know better, I'd think you were an android. And if you ever forget anything or you want a quick recap, get your sack tushy back here and we'll do the whole bally lot again. I would love that. Your pod really is the business end of a rattling good idea. Use the controller to access your pod computer. Then you can choose games or locate your sack chums. The menu button is your cart key, if you like. Tap it to begin the adventure. Your me is your very own scrapbook, all about you. Consider it a celebration of your Little Big Planet thrilling adventures, joyful experiences, and other collected lovely lovelies. It's a great place to start if you want to set up your profile for other players to bask in your glory or create your own levels on your moon. Heck, if you want to decorate your Earth, you can do that too. Online, of course. Now, if it all sounds like an overwhelming, mind-jarring jamboree of things to do, don't panic. My calming, disembodied voice will always be there for you, guiding your path. I'm always with you, even when you're asleep. Oops, TMI. Up here, we couldn't just give you a bag to keep your creations in, or even a corner of the spare room. The sheer delight of Little Big Planet. Let the sack race begin, as it's time for your first foray into Imagic Karting. There are mild perils to be faced in the shape of those pesky hoarders. Scoundrels to a man. They cause a fuss wherever they go with their constant challenges. They think they're so fast in their tacky carts, leaning out of them, gesturing for a race, thumbing their whatever passes for noses at us. We'll show them. Well, you will. The pristine Queen Serene, some old chumblies, and some new friends are all waiting to see you take them down a peg or 10. Go on, beat them at their own game. Crazy karting.
Deep the slurry, nothing in flavors. Crom simile lumping bedelum, from bellulum, curve labby blambing plumbing. Sleep slobby book you, blood in the himhita, bram him hemishamam. Gam brimbum fibum, crim frivum bram, graham, radharm. Brim babum. Berlin bimbim glimmerosum. Bra rinam bram kiramam. Blash liberty blafibia. Bram him hemishamam. Sleep slobby boop you. Blood in the himpita.
Well, aren't you the natural-born kart connoisseur? You certainly put the pedal to the metal there, didn't you? And you hugged those turns like they were favourite teddies. Amazing. If you want to master any level you visited, you can, by all means. Or, if you're ready for new levels of exhilaration, use your left stick to find the next badge and action it. LittleBigPlanet Karting is all about fun, frolics, prizes and happy challenges. But there are other hands at work here right now. Greedy, grabby hands that would pluck the colours from a rainbow or the sun from a summer's day and never give them back. At first, this threat was a mild peril, a bothersome subplot to our happy story. But if something isn't done, and soon, it'll become a tragic saga. We need a hero, a champion in a kart, and we're looking in your direction. Press the action button to jump into story mode.
Always remember to keep your peepers out for prize bubbles. They're everywhere nowadays. Under this, on top of that, over here, over there. There's big, big rewards in them thar prize bubbles, so don't let any get away from you.
Blocking blop flopster, blocking beam glimmer. Rom bellulum, cam brimbum frivum crim frivum bram bram. Fribbity bottom, fribbity goblin. Rom, brevlim, bringle, brim, berdablum. Rom, glibbity bree, ruby, boom.
This pod of yours, it's a little plain. It doesn't really reflect your wonderful personality. Consider me a GPS sat-nav with cryptic, not-so-obvious information, and you have reached our relationship destination. For example, Serpent's Shrine contains many useful shortcuts, some easier to spot than others.
Rum-bim-him, klim-haram-shumum, blush-lurpity-blah-bim-bim. Crum-shippity-blum-bim-ba-da-dum, rum-glippity-bree, ruby-boo.
My dear sack friend, if coconut macaroons, ranging from small to large, were given out as prizes for effort and accomplishment, then you would be awarded one with its own orbit. Crikey, we're nearly running out of this particular planet. Shine on, you crazy knitted diamond.
By the way, if you see any of those newfangled bounce pads on your travels, don't ignore them. Use them. Drive into them and you will be pleasantly rewarded. How? Well, they bounce you onto higher roads and secret tunnels that can save you precious time in a race, or indeed save your cart if someone's on your tail. Got to look after your tail. Remember what happened with the farmer's wife? Nasty business. As if those mice didn't have enough to worry about.
Sleep, slobby, boop, you, blood in the himmelta. Rum, hibam, klim, taram, shubam, blush, lurgity, blah, hibam,
see that? The final level badge. It would appear that those invisible temporal ticks that time flies have been at work again. Time flies when you're having fun and all that, because we have reached the final level, in this pocket of the Imagisphere at least. Squillions more out there, but what wonders and delights does this last level have in store? What perils? Do you have the courage and the weaponry for battle game mode, one must ask oneself. What are the moral implications of blasting the Horde off the free-thinking freeway? Let's find out, shall we? The very ethos of LittleBigPlanet is create and share. Unless, of course, you've created a virulent mutant strain of man flu. When you access Community, you can seek out all the latest, most popular and highest-rated levels the Imagisphere has to offer. Try the Picks facility. It does the choosing for you. Alternatively, if you have the name of a certain level, the text search service will take you to it. If there's a certain type of level, a certain theme or style you particularly enjoy, the More facility has some rather clever filters to seek out the places you'd be happiest in. Battle game mode isn't as needlessly chaotic and confrontational as it sounds. It's 100 times worse. Instead of racing to a goal, such as a destination or a time limit, this level has little rhyme or reason other than it's an opportunity to crash your cart into people and fire weapons at them. Well, it's a hobby, isn't it?
Super slurry, nothing being cleavers, oh, blame the problem. Sleep slobby book you, blood in my himita. Brevlem bringer brevim berdablem, berlim bimbim hugly maros. Gam brimbim fivim crim fivim bram bram, curve labby blam dim plabim. From simile lumbim bedablem, blood in my himita. kiramam, babrim-bum, bram-bim-bum, brim-bum-brim-brim-brim-brim, Kerflabbity-blam-bim-blam-bim, bram-blibbity-bree, ha-ha!